Archangel Michael says, my beloved child. Archangel Michael says, a shocking deal is made behind your back. This is about your future. You are not here by coincidence. This moment was designed for you. A divine alarm has been sounded, and heaven has dispatched this message with urgency because something is unfolding that you must know. The realms beyond your sight have been stirred. What was done in silence, behind curtains of pretense and layers of deceit, is now surfacing, and it affects everything that lies ahead for you. Do not look away now. Do not scroll past. This is more than a message, it's a revelation, a divine intervention sent to stop what was designed to sabotage your future. For too long, your life has been manipulated by those who pretended to care for you. They walked with you, smiled in your presence, and studied your journey not to help but to hinder. They carried an energy that mimicked support but was born of envy. One of them, this woman, whom you trusted, who disguised her intent under the illusion of kindness, has now crossed a spiritual boundary. A shocking agreement was made behind your back. She was part of it. She knew what she was doing. She knew it would harm you. She participated fully, believing you would never find out. But what she didn't know is that heaven records all things. And now the heavens cry out. God will not allow it to continue. There is a shift happening even as these words find you. The spirit of deception is unraveling. The false lights are flickering. The ones who have hidden behind smiles and carefully chosen words are trembling because truth has begun to pour like fire from the altar. What was whispered in corners is being shouted across the realms. God is lifting the veil from your eyes. You are not meant to live in spiritual blindness. You are not meant to suffer in silence, wondering why your path has been delayed, why confusion lingers, why closed doors seem to follow your every step. It was not because you weren't good enough. It was not because you lacked faith. It was because a scheme was designed to block your steps. And that scheme included a shocking deal made behind your back. This agreement was spiritual. It was spoken in thought, in words, in actions masked as love. The woman involved knew how much you trusted her. That trust was her weapon. She used your openness to gather what she needed: information, energy, access. But heaven is now breaking the contract. The power of her influence is being stripped away. You may feel a stirring in your chest right now, as if something ancient is waking up inside of you. That's because this message is unlocking a truth your spirit already knows. You were never meant to walk through this alone. The Most High has surrounded you with celestial power. There are angelic hosts that have stood guard over your destiny since your birth. They have watched as you suffered in silence. They have wept when you gave your heart to people who did not honor your soul. They rejoiced when you got back up after every disappointment. And now, they are here again, to defend what was almost lost. This is about your future. About your next season. A pivotal chapter has begun. And that is why this deal was made, to stop what is coming. To derail what is about to manifest. Because the enemy of your soul senses the blessing ahead. He smells breakthrough on the horizon. He hears the rumbling of divine elevation. And so he sent a distraction. He sent a familiar face with hidden motives. But her true self is now being revealed. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before she strikes again. She had been walking beside you like a mirror, reflecting what she knew you needed to see. But her core was not of light. She carried shadows. She carried jealousy. She carried spiritual sabotage. This is not a call to hate. It is a call to awaken. To understand that your calling is so vital, so dangerous to darkness, that it inspired manipulation at the highest levels. This is why things fell apart without explanation. This is why certain people distanced themselves from you. They were influenced by her whispers. She weaved a false narrative, sowing doubt, distorting your image. All so you would be isolated, vulnerable, open to spiritual compromise. But God is saying no more. God says, I have seen enough. I will not let them write false endings over your life. I will not let them steal the chapters one authored with fire and glory. I have called you. I have sealed you. And no deal made in secret can override the promise I have made public. Do you feel it? The atmosphere is changing. The heavens are roaring. You are being pulled into alignment. But with every divine alignment comes a divine severance. The woman involved must go. Not because you hate her, but because you now see her. You are no longer blind to the pattern. No longer blind to the energetic sabotage. The spiritual transaction she agreed to was never just about her. It was about stopping your impact. But her time has run out. Her contract has been nullified by divine decree. You will now begin to notice shifts in your environment. Her influence will begin to fade. Those connected to her energy will start to reveal their true intentions. Don't resist it. Let it unfold. This is the separation before elevation. The exposure before the explosion. It may hurt, but it is holy. Do not mourn the loss of those who were assigned to your downfall. Rejoice that you are no longer bound by their illusion. You may ask, why now? Why this moment? Because there is something heaven has been preparing behind the scenes for you. Something powerful. Something holy. Something worth protecting. You were about to walk into it, and this betrayal was designed to stop you at the gate. But it won't. Not anymore. Because now you know. Now you see. And now you've been warned. This is the last time this woman will have spiritual access to you. This is the last time she'll stand beside you in disguise. This is the last time you'll second-guess your discernment. From this point forward, your clarity will be razor-sharp. Your energy will repel what's not of God. And your spirit will recognize deception before it even speaks. Everything is about to change. The delays are lifting. The resistance is breaking. The blessings are multiplying. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't walked into yet. Your destiny is being fast-tracked. The spiritual gates are opening. But you had to receive this message first. You had to know the truth. Because blessings given to someone who is surrounded by spiritual sabotage become burdens. But now the sabotage is being removed. Now the truth is laid bare. Heaven is rejoicing over your awakening. Archangel Michael has stood beside you from the beginning. He fought wars for you that you never saw. He defended your name when it was being slandered. He surrounded your space when spells were being sent against your peace. And now he comes again, not just to fight, but to reveal. Do not doubt what you are feeling. Do not rationalize away the truth. The woman who smiled in your face and questioned your destiny in secret has been exposed. She thought she had more time. But heaven accelerated the hour. This is your moment to step fully into your divine identity, to break ties with every counterfeit connection. This is your time to rise. You are not alone. Even now, angels surround you. Even now, the Holy Spirit is confirming what you've known deep down but didn't want to admit. This exposure is your liberation. The lies are being untangled. The false loyalties are being severed. You are stepping into a realm of clarity that few ever reach. Guard it. Honor it. Protect it. Because where you're going, you cannot afford spiritual blindness. You must walk in power. In light. In truth. This message is your call. Your reminder. Your mirror. You are chosen. You are equipped. And now you are warned. Act accordingly. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before it's too late. There is a shaking happening in the realm around you. It is not random. It is not chaos. It is divine rearrangement. When heaven begins to realign your path, those who cannot go with you will be made known. That is what is happening now. You are being shown, not only who is for you, but more importantly, who is not. And this woman, she is not. Archangel Michael speaks again. We have waited patiently for you to see. We whispered. We stirred your spirit. We showed you signs, delays, unease. But your heart was gentle. You extended grace, even when grace was being exploited. You loved deeply. You forgave quickly. But now love looks like letting go. Now faith looks like walking away. There is no peace in a place where truth is silenced. There is no growth in soil poisoned by hidden bitterness. This woman didn't just betray you, she aligned herself with a force that wanted your voice silenced. She saw the light in you and feared what it would expose in her. So she did what many do when faced with a truth too bright to bear, she tried to dim it. But the fire in you cannot be quenched. Not anymore. The light has broken through the illusion. The truth has shattered the facade. Heaven is not just exposing her to protect you. Heaven is exposing her to free you. Because what was made in secret had the power to haunt your destiny, if left unchecked. That spiritual agreement, made behind your back, was wrapped in false friendship. It carried subtle influence. It planted doubt in others about who you were. She spoke words that distorted your essence. She claimed to support you while praying for your stagnation. She clapped for your wins with a clenched jaw and a heavy heart. But now, those words are returning to her. That energy is being reversed. Every false seed she planted is being uprooted by angels. What she tried to ruin is now being rebuilt by heaven's own hands. God is not a God of confusion. And that's why the fog around your relationships is lifting. That's why clarity is rushing in like a tidal wave. Because you cannot walk in divine power while tethered to spiritual imposters. The presence of this woman in your life became a spiritual leak. She drained what was sacred. She distracted what was focused. But now the breach has been closed. Now the seal of protection is being restored. Even as you read this, you may be replaying moments. Conversations. Times where you felt unsettled but ignored it. That was your spirit warning you. That was divine intuition trying to break through the fog. And now you know why. Now it all makes sense. Do not allow guilt to keep you tethered. Forgive her, but release her. Bless her, but block her. Pray for her, but protect your energy. You are not judging her, you are discerning. And discernment is not cruelty, it is clarity. Your next chapter demands peace. And peace cannot cohabitate with pretense. God has waited for this moment. The angels have prepared for it. What's about to open for you was delayed until you saw what was sabotaging it. And now the timing is right. Now the oil will flow. Now the favor will land. You have been walking through fire without knowing who set the flame. But now that the match has been revealed, the fire no longer controls you. You are walking out refined, not ruined. Stronger, not shattered. The season of betrayal ends here. You will begin to notice that conversations feel different. That people once drawn to your light no longer know how to look you in the eyes. That spaces once filled with noise now echo with silence. Do not fear that silence. It is sacred. It is where healing happens. It is where you are rebuilt. Do not mourn the empty seats. Do not chase those who departed when truth arrived. Let them go. You are not alone. Heaven is not silent. The host of light surrounds you. You are being fought for, fiercely and without pause. Archangel Michael stands guard, sword raised, fire in his eyes. The woman who tried to steal your peace has now been stopped by divine force. What she meant for harm, God is using for ascension. And you must prepare. Because what's coming is not small. Your name is being written into the scrolls of new assignments. New alignments. A fresh wave of divine appointments. The deal made behind your back will become the fuel that propels you forward. Her betrayal becomes your liberation. Her envy becomes your elevation. You are not cursed, you are called. Do not let the pain of this moment make you forget the power of your promise. You were marked long before this betrayal. Heaven's eyes have never left you. Every tear has been collected. Every sigh has been recorded. And now, those cries have reached the throne. God has declared, enough. The plot ends here. The manipulation ends here. The influence of that woman ends here. Your life is being restored. Your voice is being amplified. Your spirit is being anointed. Walk away with no fear. Walk forward with no doubt. You will be protected. You will be provided for. God will be with you, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe, you just have to trust God and pray to Him. This is more than exposure. This is deliverance. It's time to cleanse your space. Time to delete the messages. Time to clear the photos. Time to detach the cords. Time to reclaim your power. She no longer has access. She no longer has influence. She no longer has the right to your energy. That right has been revoked by Heaven's decree. From this day forward, you will walk in discernment like never before. You will recognize energy instantly. You will sense spiritual misalignment before it harms you. You will speak with authority. Move with purpose. Rest without fear. Archangel Michael is not just revealing the betrayal, he is announcing your rebirth. The energy around you is shifting. And you must match it. Elevate your boundaries. Guard your peace. Surround yourself with those who speak light, walk in truth, and honor your calling. You no longer have time to entertain what drains you. You are too anointed to be distracted. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before she tries again. This message is your spiritual shield. Your reminder. Your wake-up call. You are loved. You are covered. And you are being carried into a new realm of blessing, one that cannot be touched by deceit, one that will not tolerate sabotage. Keep your eyes open. Stay rooted in truth. And remember, what was meant to break you has only revealed how unbreakable you are. You stood in rooms that echoed with false laughter. You shared your heart in places where ears only listened to twist your words. You gave second chances to one who used your kindness as a doorway for control. But you are not weak for being kind. You are not foolish for loving. Love does not make you small. It reveals your divine strength. And now, love is what sets you free. This exposure was never meant to humiliate. It was meant to liberate. You could not move forward with a heavy soul. You could not enter your next chapter with entanglements dressed as friendships. The divine realm has cleared your path. One by one, facades are falling. One by one, masks are removed. What once hid behind smiles is now in full view. That woman thought her secrets would remain buried. She thought her plans would stay hidden. But what is buried in the dark will always be unearthed by light. The very lie she tried to cover is now revealing her heart. And not only to you, but to those who stood nearby, those who once believed her, those who echoed her stories. All will see clearly now. Your vindication will not require your words. Heaven speaks louder than gossip. Truth defends itself when given space. So you need not argue. You need not explain. Your stillness is your sword. Your silence is your sanctuary. Those who tried to write you off will soon have to rewrite their opinions. You have not only survived, you have grown. Do you feel it? The old weight lifting? The invisible chains breaking? That is the power of divine exposure. It does not just remove what harms, it returns what was taken. Confidence. Joy. Clarity. Purpose. All are being restored. The spiritual pressure you felt was never punishment. It was preparation. The squeeze was refining you. The pressure was pushing out what could no longer come with you. The woman who made a deal behind your back did so to bind your future. But she underestimated the strength of your covering. She underestimated how fiercely you are guarded. Archangel Michael was never absent. He watched. He documented. And now he moves. The shift you are experiencing is not subtle, it is sacred. Everything is being turned. Everything is being realigned. You are being positioned in front of those who once overlooked you. You are being elevated in places where your name was erased. You are being chosen by heaven for assignments your enemies never saw coming. There is restoration beyond what you imagined. There are relationships entering your life that reflect divine integrity. There are doors opening that no force can shut. The betrayal made you feel unworthy for a moment. But the blessing that follows will remind you just how chosen you are. And it does not stop there. Your name is rising in frequency. In conversations. In spiritual registers. Where once people whispered in doubt, now they speak in reverence. Not because you sought revenge, but because you remained aligned with truth. Heaven rewards humility. Heaven honors hearts that keep choosing light even in the presence of shadows. You will not have to reach for what is yours. It is being sent. You will not have to fight for what is destined. It is being delivered. Your hands are being filled as your heart is being healed. Do not look back. That chapter has closed. The page has turned. The energy that tried to tether you is dissolving. The influence that tried to delay you is fading. The shadow that tried to hover over you has lost its hold. Light surrounds you now. Truth guards you now. You are stepping into a realm where your discernment is sharp. Where your voice is strong. Where your peace is sacred. No one will be allowed to enter this new space unless they honor the divine within you. God has made it so. And the one who stood in pretense, the one whose hands stirred the confusion, has been unveiled. Her chapter in your story ends now. No more cycles. No more hidden manipulation. No more spiritual interference. This is your time. This is your rise. And it is just the beginning. You may feel alone right now. You may feel the sting of loss. But trust this, you are never forsaken. The release of this false connection creates space for divine connection. What is gone will be replaced. What is broken will be rebuilt. And what was once hidden is now a lesson wrapped in wisdom. Your life is your message now. Your story will echo through others who need to hear, I made it through. You will be the confirmation that survival is possible. That strength can rise from heartbreak. That truth always outlives deception. There is something sacred waiting on the other side of this. Something only you can carry. Something powerful. And the road is now cleared. Because this betrayal was the final barrier. That agreement behind your back was the last thread trying to bind you to the past. You are stepping into a season of spiritual excellence. Of favor that doesn't make sense. Of alignment that feels like home. You are being moved into relationships where your soul breathes easy. Where your energy is honored. Where your spirit is seen. This is not coincidence. This is divine choreography. This is the result of heaven moving on your behalf. You stayed faithful. You stayed kind. And now the reward flows in. God says, I have seen every tear, heard every prayer, and I am moving even now. Watch what I will do with what they meant for your harm. Watch how I turn the betrayal into a breakthrough. You will not have to search for the truth anymore. It is already being delivered. You will not have to prove your worth. It is already established. And that woman who smiled while sabotaging, her energy is being removed from your field permanently. Do not grieve the disconnection. It is divine. It is protection. It is alignment. Archangel Michael is walking before you now. Removing obstacles. Clearing distractions. Silencing voices that were never meant to influence your path. You will feel the lightness return. You will feel peace like never before. You will look around and realize, you are finally free. This freedom may feel unfamiliar at first. But do not mistake it for loneliness. It is sacred. It is the space where heaven meets your soul without interruption. Embrace it. Nurture it. Protect it. Because what's coming next requires all of you. Whole. Clear. Unentangled. You have been chosen for something too great to be diminished by petty envy. You have been marked for something too holy to be surrounded by deceit. You are not the same person you were before the betrayal. You are stronger. Wiser. Sharper. More radiant. Every prayer you prayed in confusion, heaven heard. Every moment you questioned yourself, heaven witnessed. And now, every moment of clarity will be accompanied by elevation. This is your rise. This is your redemption. You are no longer living in reaction to what was done to you. You are now moving in divine response to what is being sent to you. New favor. New vision. New peace. And most of all, new people who reflect the same light you carry. Finally, God is exposing this woman, open it now before she tries again. If you believe in God, type Amen.